Hi, I'm Marcy Degman, the Aspiring Gardener, and today we're going to talk about dry shade garden plants. Now, the first thing you have to realize is that there's a big difference between just shade plants and dry garden shade plants. And the reason that I have a really dry condition here is due to the big fir trees behind me. Anytime you have big trees, they draw lots of water out of the soil. That's one way. Dry shade is difficult because a lot of the plants we think of as shade plants are also moisture-loving plants like maidenhair fern and plants like that need constant moisture. So I want to show you some plants today that are really good for this kind of a condition. Hellebore. Right now there's no flowers, but this is the most wonderful winter flowering plant. It's an evergreen perennial. And most of the time it has clusters of purple flowers in February. And this is one of once it's in the ground, you hardly ever have to water hellebore. It is so easy to grow. Behind it is a false Solomon seal, which is kind of going out for the year. But this is a nice green plant. It's a native plant. It gets really attractive white berries or red berries in some cases in the midsummer maybe. So it's kind of a nice green foliage plant for shade. Over here I have bear's breech, which because it gets really big, glossy leaves, you think of it as needing a lot of moisture, but it actually does pretty good in dry shade. Let's see, we have maple. Here is a cut leaf maple, which usually is going to need a lot more water, but because it's in the shade, it's going to do better than you think. Now you'll want to give it a lot of water at first until it's established, but after that it'll handle dry shade just fine. This is another maple. It's young. It's a paperbark maple, and this is super drought tolerant. So all of your Japanese maples, your maple shrubs, they don't always like that really hot sun anyway in the afternoon, so dry shade is perfect. And if the truth be known, most dry shade areas get a little bit of sunlight sometime during the day. So a lot of plants will adapt to that. So this is a little bit of information to help you with dry shade garden plants.